What's going on YouTube? Username Kite562 here, and I have another episode of Tentacle Tales of Terror for you, and it's episode 27, titled Sweet Ermangarde by H.P. Lovecraft. Now, a little note about this story is that this story is also known as The Heart of a Country Girl by Percy Simple, which I found out is a pseudonym for the name of H.P. Lovecraft, so, the more you know. As always, episodes of Tentacle Tales of Terror will be every Tuesday at 4 p.m. on a weekly basis. That's 4 p.m. GMT, my time. So sit back, relax, and listen to what I have to say about Sweet Ermangarde. And don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed these audio reviews of mine. It really helps. So anyway, let's get on with the review. The plot of our story is our main character is Ermangarde Stubbs. She is the daughter of a farmer and bootlegger who'd from Hogton, Vermont, VT. Ermangarde has two men after her hand in marriage. One is rich but elderly named Squire Hardman, and the other is a young man named Jack Manley. Now, from what I've read in this story is that Jack, he seems like a playboy of the time, and according to research I've done on Sweet Ermangarde, this story is considered a comedy, but I found out some moments, in my opinion, with my first reading of this, that it was quite horrific and surprising in so many ways than one, and I'll just leave it at that. So, for my first side note that I've written down, Ermangarde seems taken away by Jack's sweet declaration of love, and Ermangarde dreams of getting a diamond ring at the hardware store on page 158. However, Squire Hardman is quite stubborn and angry at witnessing this declaration of affections, almost in a Romeo and Juliet kind of way. You could say that. So, between the two young lovers at the start of chapter 2, and this is like a 7 to 8 chapter novelization of a play, like you have your acts, your screen breaks, all that good stuff within this short but to the point story. As for the second side note, however, as Ermangarde enters the city, she tries to find her beloved Jack Manley. But alas, Jack is nowhere to be found. This is also at the start of chapter 6, titled Alone in the City. Like each 7 or 8 chapters of the story had its own name since it's an act of a play, thus again novelized. But it was still an enjoyable experience, but it was kind of hard for me to figure out that this was a comedy. But like as I reread it again, I could definitely see it. So my final thoughts on this story, it was a solid story with an ending I did not expect at first. The descriptions of the scenes were really well written at the start of chapter 6, then onward. This play short story to me symbolizes the horror of not knowing the truth of one's past and quickly rediscovering the hard truth through a series of daily trials of that life throws at one person. Even though this play does have a reading flow of a comedy, like there was one time where someone like Jack or Ermangarde declared them a sweet roll. Jack did towards Ermangarde, if I remember incorrectly. Please let me know down in the comments. So, again, a series of daily trials of life throws at a person. Even though this play does have a reading flow of a comedy, I did see some horror undertones, but the cheesy dialogue between Jack Manley and Ermangarde did get a chuckle out of me in the end. So, this story was a solid to the point story, but it was still enjoyable nonetheless. So, that's been episode 27 of Tentacle Tales of Terror. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content on this channel. I really appreciate it. This is Kite562 signing out, and as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, everybody. Later.